There we go. Part 2. Perfect. But this is one of my favorite cutscenes in the game, and you might hear me say that many, many times. But I'm never lying when I say that, mind you. I just have a lot of favorite cutscenes in this game. It's really hard to choose. It can be really difficult to choose.
We couldn't find him.
Fiona needs to check her information.
No, I don't think so. Does the doctor like playing games by any chance?
What do you mean?
There's a message on the computer, and a card key already set in place. The king passes the rook and meets the bishop. The knight takes a pawn along for the queen.
What does that all mean?
It's a simple puzzle.
Zach, let's take him up on his challenge. You can do this, right?
Easy. In my sleep, dude. Alright, so. Checkmate. It's a pretty easy puzzle. Even if you don't know chess. Oh, there we go. There we go. Perfect.
The doctor awaits below.
Those
with
facial
the deceased.
expressions. Oh, make my day, why don't you?
Code? But there's nowhere to insert a password.
More games. I'm going to get Fiona to call Usha up here right now.
No need, George. The message appeared with the card key. It's telling us where to use it.
Oh,
This is not the time to be joking around, Agent Morgan.
joking.
Dr. Usha is below with the deceased. With Anna. Below being underground, I take it. Simple. Simple.
Easy. A child could have done this.
Then it's time to meet the mischievous architect of this little game.
Nah.
God. Imagine going to the doctor's office, having to like figure out some chess-related puzzle just to get your annual like monthly checkup done. Maybe don't imagine that. That sounds horrendous. Hello. Dr. Johnson in the basement, right? Well, let's go see him. Okay. I never bothered to talk to these two goons in this room. I don't really see a need to change that either. I think they'll just tell us to go downstairs. Because that is what we should be doing here. But we can also talk to Fiona, which I will definitely do. Did I find Dr. Johnson? No, not yet. But I'm enjoying a little battle of wits with him right now. A battle of wits? You seem to be having fun, Agent York. Of course I'm having fun. There's been a murder here. What's not to love? Zach, we have little use for a TV right now. Our favorite cartoon is not running. I can check the weather. Rain until afternoon. We should have some coffee until it stops. You know what? Sure. Why not? I brewed me up some. Youch! That's a hot cup of coffee. Very steamy. But that's how I like it. Been trying to get in the habit of drinking my coffee the second I make it, both as a form of penance, and also because I think it tastes a little bit better than mildly warm coffee. Definitely so, more so than like lukewarm coffee. Well, I've always found it so weird how I love cold brew coffee, I love hot coffee, but I've never met anyone who enjoys lukewarm coffee. It just is not a thing people do. Coffee's kind of messed up in that way. Good lord, this place is labyrinthian. Ooh. Huh. Can I go in there? Oh, I can! Cool! I don't know why it's so surprising to me. What about if I check in here? Shelves for storing bodies? Wouldn't open these unless we really need them. Oh, come on. If they didn't want me to open them, they wouldn't put these here now, would they? Whatever. We can open them later. When no one's around to tell us no. We'll grab this Agent Honor. The reason that I said that I don't know if we're going to go for a full 100% completion for this playthrough is because of Agent Honor. I don't know if people consider picking up all the individual pieces of Agent Honor part and parcel of 100%. I personally don't care about it, but I figured I should make that distinction right here now before I forget. But really what I want to do with this whole playthrough, all side quests, ideally all collectible trading cards, but if not, don't worry. It's the side quests I'm most concerned with. That's the real meat and patates of Deadly Premonition. at least one of the meat and potatoes.
Usha, sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you made it. Let's get started, shall we?
Good freeze
This
frame.
is Agent Morgan from the FBI.
Nice to meet you. I'm Usha Johnson, the doctor in this hospital.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. Everyone calls me that.
Very well, Agent York.
Are you a forensic practitioner?
I adjusted the volume.
Let's
Let me know
just
if
say
it
I've
is
dealt
if it's
with
worse.
corpses before.
Just seemed kind of
That
quiet.
battle of wits, by the way. Did you create that yourself?
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to see if our FBI agent could handle the task.
I see. Well, it was pretty fun.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
We don't have much time.
Oh.
We need those autopsy results.
Come on. Chess can wait.
Next time, try challenging us without obstructing an investigation. You've angered the monarch.
I don't really know what Usha's facial expression there was supposed to convey, but I loved it
From
all
the
the
onset
same.
of rigor mortis, the stiffening of the muscles, the time of death is estimated
Welcome
to
back!
be between 20 and 2200
Just in time.
hours. That's still quite early for such a crime to take place. Note that there are 2 exterior wounds, pressure marks around the neck, and a long cut running from chest to abdomen. Blood marks on her right hand tell us she was gripping something round in her right hand.
Oh my. I like how they all look at their hands. Huh?
Her skull is also fractured, but that is unrelated to the cause of death. It probably happened to her after she was killed. Now, I first thought death by suffocation, due to the marks on her neck. But after further investigation, I now have a different conclusion.
Hmm?
The direct cause of death was loss of blood from the wound.
Oh. Well, that spices things up quite a bit, I guess. Probably. Maybe not. I don't know.
Which means
She was cut up while she was still
Ugh.
alive.
Yes, a sharp knife was used.
Gross.
It was inserted beneath the sternum and then quickly sliced downwards. The excessive loss of blood from her internal organs is what actually killed her. Her nails are clean, and with no skin cells from the attacker. She also doesn't appear to have been bound nor badly beaten. She was apparently killed without resistance.
Hmm.
The most tragic thing, however, was that she was unable to speak her story to anyone who could hear her cries.
Okay.
The perpetrator cut out Anna's tongue.
Yeah.
I believe she was drugged first to phase her consciousness, and then the killer
the,
hit.
the music. Oh my
The
god.
killer most likely has a deep, traumatized past concerning women. He probably cannot converse with them normally. Cutting out the tongue suggests a very lonely individual. Either that or a truly hardcore sadist.
Well, yeah.
He must
I
get
guess.
off on watching women suffer, especially when they can't answer back.
Nice
He
game. Hey,
watched
thank
as
you.
the blood pumped from her body as she
Right back at
gradually
you,
grew
gamer.
cold. A
back
case in
at ya.
Seattle in 1985 was much like...
Usha, please, limit your report to your findings as a doctor. Criminal profiling is my job.
Shut him down like that. All right, dude. Chill.
You're wrong.
That's just
also.
cool.
Anna died fully, deeply, painfully aware of what was happening to her.
Annie.
But,
Tell me, what time did
Oh,
it
God.
start raining on the night Anna was killed?
Just before I went to bed, right after the movie on TV ended, so around 1 a.m.
What movie was it?
An American Werewolf in London.
Classic.
Directed by John Landis, 1981. So the rain stopped, accompanied by the ending song, Blue Moon. George, would you mind if I examined Anna myself?
What more do you hope to find?
I'm sure I mentioned that I have a personal interest in cases like these.
Yeah. There's my buddy. His age isn't immediately apparent, though he can't be that old. Looks like a trustworthy doctor. He's a cool guy. Usha might have been my favorite character in this game if he had more lines of dialogue and such, but he's still really cool regardless. She's neatly wearing fake fingernails. Oh. Beautiful blonde hair. He's stunning even in death. She is dead, dude. Chill out. Traces of evaporated liquid around the eyes. She must have cried before she was murdered. Oh. The tongue has been removed. Look at the edge of the stump. Ugh. Hand! Judging from the impressions, she was holding something in her hand, but it was removed around 6 hours after death. Wonder why he has an interest? No. Actually, we're about to learn, I think literally right now, the object was circular, with a relief shaped like a peace mark. Yahoo!
From her lack of resistance, I'd say that Anna's injuries happened very quickly. Unable to speak, she was then left to cry herself to death.
Zach, it's all starting to come together.
The perpetrator stayed with her for at least 2 hours until it stopped raining. At the estimated time of her death, it was still raining, but you can still see tear marks on her cheeks.
Oh.
That means she was killed under a roof somewhere. She was then carried into the woods after it stopped raining.
Yeah, take notes, Asha. This is what
There's
real
one
detective
other
work
thing.
looks like.
Her tongue was removed with a very blunt knife.
I'm just joking.
In fact, it's more likely it was simply chopped off.
Asha, are you a passionate man?
Oh.
Well, not particularly, but I am man enough should the moment call for it.
George, how about you?
Great.
I'm very passionate. Yes. Especially when it comes to women. But I don't see what that has to do with anything.
George, the perpetrator is just like you. He's passionate about women. He's a passionate kisser. This was a kiss of death.
Is this what passion looks like?
The perpetrator bit off Anna's tongue.
Hey, Scribbles! How's it going?
We'll never get a dental print from a wound like this. But this is still a big lead.
Oh, everything's a-okay, Scribbles. How about you? I'm sorry, I usually don't talk during these cutscenes.
Shame, but our old-time all-American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
This case is now under the jurisdiction of the FBI. I'm assuming command. I'll need you to assist me in the investigation.
What in the hell do you mean, Agent Morgan? I know I said I was passionate, but you can't think I did this.
That's not why I'm assuming command, George. You're a suspect just as much as every other passionate man on Earth. Let me show you something.
But this is an important part. This is a really important part of their story. Even if it is extremely gruesome. But look at all these seeds. These are the same seeds that we pulled out of Anna.
There you go. Amazing, huh? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but most of the details are top secret. George, Emily, we should be going. No need to stay here any longer.
Okay. I have to sign the release. Just give me a moment.
Very well. I'll go on ahead. I can't take it any longer down here. Bishop takes
This
Queen.
part
His rook takes your queen. Then your knight takes rook. And checkmate.
What?
Huh?
Like gamer speak? Wait a minute.
My first victory in the Grandmaster ranking.
What a nerd. I love that part of the cutscene so much. Probably because of how absolutely stupid it is, but also just framing York as someone so good at chess or just so smart. All it takes is like 10 seconds of glancing at the chess scene to just figure out exactly how to win. Doubly so for a Grandmaster rank match, but you know, whatever. York's a smart cookie.
Zack, they're here.
They're here. This is something I don't know if they actually explained too well. The presence of the shadows. This might have been something they do explain and I just don't pay attention. I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. That scene is just a work of cinematic masterpiece. It's probably what you're going to finish that sentence with, eh, Annie? If so, I do agree. It just happens. Shrug. Yeah, maybe that's a good enough explanation for these goons. But here's the, I don't know, second? I think this is the third combat sequence of the game. And look at who it is! That's Anna. But she's supposed to be dead, so I don't really know what she's doing here. I just living her life. Maybe I shouldn't ask so many questions. If she wants to come back to life and run around in the hospital, maybe I should let her. Oh, bullets! Oh boy. I always found it kind of interesting how the game gives you ammo for guns you don't have the ability to get just yet. At least I think you can't get it yet. I don't remember if there's an explanation either. Yeah, that's the fun part about this game. You don't always get an explanation for everything that's going on. And I think that's a cool thing. Sometimes there's a piece of media that I love, but then it gets kind of over-explained the heck and back, and I find, well, it would have been better if I didn't know why things happen. I don't have any examples to give off the top of my head, but if I do remember what I'm talking about, I'll bring the topic back up. I'm still in speedrun mode, is why I'm just blasting past these goons. Oh yeah, we should do some silly things with breathing. Or the breathing mechanic in this game, I should say. I mean, I could also just breathe funny in real life. But I don't think that would help anyone out too much. That's a stabilizer. We don't use it, I don't think, at all in the speedrun. At least not on the route that I run. But what it does is basically reset your stamina bar right back to 0. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, the bar right below the health bar at the top left of the screen, that is your stamina. The game might call it something else, but it's a stamina bar, basically. To finish the whole case, is there anything to do, or is it just like, yeah, I did it? So, you do have the option to, like, free roam, if you really want to. And if you want to do all side quests, then you have to do that, because there's some side quests that are not able to be done until post-game. But yeah, and not a stupid question. This game is very convoluted, especially when it comes to the chapters and such. But with this combat sequence, much like the other ones, you have one goal to get to. There's a few doors they need to unlock through various means. For this little section, we gotta find a plethora of key cards to open up automated locks. And here's one right now. I shouldn't spoil this, should I? There it is. I might have been talking over it, so y'all might not have been able to hear. But when you walk into this room, you can hear like the sound of, I think it's like a baby crying. Oh God, forgot you spawned there. And you spawned there too. All right, let's get out of here. There's a few moments like this throughout the game, where just like weird stuff happens. Actually, that's just most of the game in general. Nice. I'm gonna skip that cutscene. And I don't feel bad doing so. Well, let's see what we got. Oops.
Yahoo Deadly Primata SJ Dog Cat Wow.
I didn't know you could get the TTS to key smash like that. But yahoo! Thank you for those cheeky bitties. How you doing today? Hello, Oops. How is our resident Oops be doing? Well, welcome in, my good gamer. You came just in time. We're very much in the early beginnings of this here video game. And today, well, I mean not today, but overall, we're gonna go for 100% completion. BRB some leftover pizza. Hey, sounds like a good plan. I'll see you soon. Oh, welcome back, Rosie. Had some baked potatoes, eh? Yum, yum. Hope you saved some for me. Just kidding. I'm already full. That's actually not true. I'm kind of hungry, but I don't like to eat midstream. It's a baby cry, so it's more like a chainsaw. You know, what's the difference between a baby crying and a chainsaw whirring? But a mere difference in perspective. I'm gonna check out my toolbox real quick. 100%. Wow! It's gonna be fun. Or it won't be, but I think it's gonna mostly be fun. I don't remember there being any side quests that I did not really enjoy doing. But if there are, we'll figure out which ones. But overall, I think I like the side quests in this game. Some of them are a little silly. Some of them are very silly in a great way. In fact, most of them are, I think, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Yeehaw! But that was a little break area that we just walked through. If you ever wanted to take a bit of a breather in between all of this combat nonsense. And plus, there's a few infinite respawns back there too, including the lollipop. Hmm? Hmm?
Here! Over here!
Hi! So for those stopping in just now and didn't see the previous cutscene, this is the deceased Anna Graham. She's supposed to be dead. I think she's basically just like a demon lady. You know, that's one perspective you could have on her. I'm not gonna say it's wrong either. I don't think it's ever explained why we see Anna. I always assume it's just like a vision, or he's like saying things, or maybe not. I don't know. York's a weirdo in more ways than one. I feel like he has some paranormal aspects to him. Lyric doesn't even bat an eye at the stuff. He's just so used to it, is how I interpret it. Just like another day in the office for him. Oh, dead lady walking? Show me something new. Surprise me, why don't you? Surprise me. But here, we gotta turn this thingy on. Let me punch in my favorite 4 keys on my numpad. The passcode to any well-defended hospital system. Is that an MRI machine? At any rate, this is how we get a key card that we need to get. I don't remember if this is well telegraphed when you first play this game. I always forget how things that I see as like, well, duh, you had to do this stuff, are stuff that I only know because I play this game so many times. I think overall, though, you can play this game without too much need for a guide. Although, honestly, if you're going to play this game for the first time, I would recommend maybe not checking out a guide, but maybe checking out a guide, depending. Definitely for certain things. Maybe not on how to complete side quests, but like how to unlock certain side quests. Because sometimes that can be a little convoluted. Wow, it's Party Central, huh? We'll duck and weave right quick. And here we go. We're basically done. Only a few more goons to take care of and we'll be out of here. But after we do this chapter, what I'm thinking of doing is... Oh, hey, guy. You know, I'm thinking, I don't know what we're going to do after this chapter. We'll have to decide. We could either keep on continuing the progression of the main story, or we could take a break from it and do some side quests. There's some pros and cons with each choice. The cons with going side quest route after this is we do get to miss, or rather we do miss out. Shut up, I'm talking. Anyway, The audacity. We do miss out on some dialogue between York, George, and Emily when you're driving up the mountain. But, I don't know. I love their dialogue. Regrettably, though, if we do go all the way up and do the main story stuff, we will be roped into continuing the progression of the story all the way through the lumber mill, which I'm not opposed to. Should hold a poll for it? There's an idea. York's an eye of this stream. Oh my. This place always have weird red vines? Did they relocate? Oh, no, yeah, this is a kind of a new fixture for the hospital. Trying out new things, seeing if it sticks. Hey, follower. Are these zombies or like what? Yes, the voices are kind of silly. Only kinda? I think the voices are outrageously silly. I don't know. That's a good question that I have no beautiful facial expression. BRB sounds good. We could run a poll. I think honestly we're just gonna do main story stuff.
If you're so desperate, then why not smoke two at once?
Oh, don't hassle me, guy. Oh, here's an important NPC. The silent thing, the vines blocking the door might be form over function. Not an architect though. Understandable. One day though.
Who's that old man?
Who's that guy?
That's Harry. Harry Stewart.
Ah.
One of the bigger problems around
I hope he's
here.
not a mysterious capitalist.
His father started up the lumber trade.
That would honestly just
founded
ruin my
this
day.
town. But he's a weird one, as I'm sure you can see. Always dressed like that, never speaking to the townsfolk. And just FYI, he owns almost the entire town.
That sounds good.
Not that that makes any difference. So long as I'm around, he won't be getting away with any funny business.
Harry Stewart, mysterious capitalist. No! The one thing I didn't want him to be. Mike! Nice ew. Hope you're doing well. Hello.
Mr. Francis York Morgan.
Michael.
Haste won't lead you to what you seek. Keep your eyes focused on your footing as we speak. So says Mr. Stewart.
Michael Tillotson, Harry's aide. I like Michael.
Nice to meet you too. How did you know my name?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, information desires you, just as you desire information too. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, stop trying to get in our way. Keep this up, and even you'll have to answer to the law.
I want to say stuff, but I don't have enough time in these cutscenes.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, with each rain our town goes mad. To our disdain, unpreventable. So sad. So says
sad.
Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning.
Bye.
Then we shall depart, Mr. Francis York Morgan.
Bye. What a cool guy.
That's how he always is. Always spouting that nonsense. Don't give it any thought. It's all gibberish.
Emily here.
Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's gibberish.
Uh-huh. Oh. Okay, thank you, Thomas. Agent York, we've contacted the first witnesses to the crime scene. We
That
can interview
thumbs
them when they found
up.
the dead body.
Excellent.
Oh, it kills me.
I was just about to ask if you could take me there.
Oh, this is gibberish. Wait, is that a key smash or is that is that not actually gibberish? Oh no, the whistle. I think you mean, oh yes, the whistle. Surely step outside to smoke to this hospital. Honestly, is a key smash perfect? It's a bilingual joke. It works on multiple levels. But aside from the voices, another thing that makes a cutscene so amazing, in my opinion, are the expressions. And some of them you had to pay close attention to. Like I never noticed that York does a little thumbs up kind of
The body
thing
was found in the Green
at the end of that
Forest
cutscene.
Park. That's west from here, and too far to walk.
A forest park?
It's the pride of the town. It has a beautiful trail leading to a viewing site over Velvet Falls.
That does sound fantastic. Show me the sights.
That may have to wait. We promised to be there by 1800 to interview the first witnesses to the crime scene.
Oh yes, the whistle. There we go. Let's see. You know, I think I'm gonna actually rescind my previous comment about just going ahead and doing all of this. Well, let me think. Let me think. Nah, whatever. You know what? No, we'll make the best of this by doing both. Because here's why I'm going back and forth on whether or not we should do side quests now or later. I don't want to miss out on the fun dialogue for this car chase, or this car sequence rather. But we don't actually have to drive all the way there,
If
so
I could just give you a friendly warning.
Are you really upset about me taking over the case?
we're gonna do side quest stuff soon. Worry not, friends. Worry not.
I have the authority approved by the FBI to assume command. I understand you don't like it, but you will follow my orders.
I'm not disputing FBI authority, but this is our town. You won't get far alone, and you gain nothing by antagonizing me.
It's part of my personality. I just do things my way. I can take you off the case if you wish.
Stop it, you two. We need to solve this case, not bicker among ourselves.
Oh, that smile. I don't know what it is about the way that York smiles. It just demolishes me every single time. Hope you're doing well today, though, Master. Have you ever seen anything of this game before? Deadly Premonition, that is. Came out and have a demo available? I actually don't know. That would be something that I would definitely see for yourself. I have no clue. Good question, though. Definitely a good question. And I'm definitely of the similar opinion. If I can ever get a demo of a game before I buy it, you know that's what I'm doing. Smiles like a man who doesn't know how to. You know, that's so true.
Anna's body was discovered
Kinda sad,
by the
though, when you put it
woodsman
that way.
Jim Green, along with his 2 grandchildren, Isaac and Isaiah.
What were they doing in the forest?
Just their daily routine. They found Anna's body during a morning walk.
So you've talked to them already?
Not officially. Not yet.
Not yet. Are you out of your mind? You haven't interviewed them yet?
Agent York, that tone is hardly appropriate. We were given orders to wait for you to arrive.
Orders by who?
A man called Abrams from the FBI.
Robert, is it? Good old Bob Abrams.
Abrams.
I did tell him to stay out of it.
It's always tough to have a meddling boss, huh, Zach?
I thought you
Say
knew,
that again,
Agent
guy.
Morgan. Don't worry about it. We may not have taken official statements, but we got all the information we need. I can fill you in right now if you'd like.
Thanks, George, but that won't be necessary. I want to hear the details from the witnesses themselves, firsthand.
I just can't believe that the children had to witness the crime scene. They may be traumatized. You'd better do this carefully.
Don't tell me you get nervous talking to children, Emily.
Not at all. That's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean?
Just forget it.
Idiot York. We're going to buy games, but I can't experience them first. But you know, might get it anyways. Oh, let me know what you choose. I think it's a good idea to try this game out. But also, if you don't want to, that's a-okay too. As far as making a Mario Maker level, to put in a binary code, writing down the code as I made the level, then after the first test play, found that I wrote the code down incorrectly. Oh no! Wait, is there like, what does that mean then, Master? Does that mean you can't play your level again? Good old Bob Abrams. Favorite Deadly Premonition character. Hey, what can I say? What cannot be said about Bob Abrams? In a way, he kind of is a reason we're here. I guess that is actually literally true. He is our boss, so he did probably put us on this case. But even so, watching the road and the chat, it's actually a little worse in this game too than Mario Kart 8. Probably because I know the routes for Mario Kart 8 tracks, more or less. With this game, still no. Even though I played this game for 70 plus hours, I still did not fully memorize the map. And hey, here's a good example. I overshot my turn. But actually, let's take a quick detour here. So this is where, this is one of the neighborhoods here in Deadly Premonition Land. This is where a few folks live. I think this is where, let me see. We can pull up the map and check. This is where Sigourney lives, who is a character that we will see maybe tonight. I don't know. Well, it depends on how long stream goes for. and what we get accomplished too. But she's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Had to remake the code and write it down correctly. Didn't lose anything except time. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, that's good. I was worried that maybe you were in a situation where you made a level and then weren't able to play it anymore. But phew. Just sit waiting for 20 minutes for conditioner. Dang. You're gonna dye your hair purple, right, Ivy? Or citizen sheriff is just a bit drunk today. Don't drink and drive. Oh, never. Never. Not even in video games. But I've mentioned this before, and I'll probably continue to mention it, if only because, well, it's worth mentioning. Driving in this game is a bit of a challenge in its own right. The controls are mighty slippery. All driving in Jet Premonition is drunk driving. That, unironically. Sometimes it feels like the response time on your turns are just like, okay. I tilted left on the control stick about 3 hours ago, but you're only now turning left? And then other times, it feels like the car turns before you even make a suspect. Let's kill him. What? Bro, I don't know if you can do that. Are you allowed to drive like this? It's like he has a that little Chiron into you? Oh my god. Is this supposed to be?
Agent Morgan, how much longer?
I guess I'll just ignore this.
Maybe we should cut the chit chat and go get our official statements.
What are you gonna do?
George is right. Let's head over to the forest park.
You're just gonna shove me. All right. Do it, coward. I can arrest you right here now. I'm actually kind of trapped here. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't do this. I feel like this is the easiest way to get stuck in a weird glitch. This is how you drive? How's that work out for you? I'd imagine it works out pretty well. Unless there's like other people on the road, in which case, yikes. Purplish now. Be able to see more after it's dry. Nice. I want to dye my hair. Maybe not purple. Well, maybe lavender. I feel like lavender is a nice color. What shade of purple is it, Ivy? Did you go for like a darkish hue or something more light? Anywho, the driving in this game is fun. And I do say it's fun because I think it's fun. But that might only be the case because I have put so much hours into this game. It's probably that. It's probably that. But come on. Look at how quickly you can turn. And how difficult it is to unturn. Oh god! To be honest with you, Squids, it gets cold. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a lot less exciting than it sounds. My condolences, friend. It's a lot of responsibility to drive like this, but I'm glad there's at least one person out there holding up that mantle. Can hair be transparent? Ooh.
Agent Morgan, how much longer do you want to keep talking?
I
Maybe we should cut the chit
I
chat
don't
and
know.
go get our official statement.
My hair?
George is right.
Like in single?
Let's head over to the forest park.
What? Okay, cool. Well, we exhausted all the dialogue options, so here's what we're gonna do. Get out of my car.
If you're wandering off,
Get
Agent
out of my
York,
sight.
We
I'm just joking. I like those two. But it's time for them solo businessing. I don't know though. I assume hair cannot be like full-on transparent. Although when I'm at my blondest, at my strongest state, and I pluck a singular hair strand from my scalp, it kind of looks transparent. But I don't think it's like legit transparent, you know? Jeez, Agent Morgan, such a talker. It's what I'm known for. It's all I know. I'm gonna dye in the tips of my hair hot pink. Ooh,
Speaking of 80s movies,
that'd be a choice.
one jewel
Have you
in
done
the
that
rough
before?
springs to mind. Deadly Spawn. Do you remember that one,
Pink
Zach?
tips always looks pretty
Back in
nice, in my
83.
opinion.
Directed by Douglas McCown. Right, it was filmed pretty cheap, but still it was pretty good. The monster design with the mouth crammed full of teeth, I loved it.
Oh my.
So many delicious B-movie cliches.
Hmm.
Did you know that they made a sequel? But I never got to see the sequel. The rental store didn't have it for some reason. They said the staff for the sequel was totally different from the original. Wonder how the sequel turned out.
Hmm.
You know, the monster in that one responded to
What?
sound.
You're closed.
Sounds a lot like the movie.
I think that one was back in '89, directed
you
by
open
Ron
up?
Underwood. Now that was a great role for Kevin Bacon. Masterpiece.
Zach, that one had sequels like crazy. I remember.
I'm gonna go down now.
Zach will Dak, is
If
there
you get
something
out,
here that you want to
shush,
check out?
shush, I'm
Well,
talking
just
now.
do as you please. We can head.
If you get out of the car while he's mid-conversation with himself, worry not. Once you get back in the car, he resumes. Generally around the spot where he left off, but sometimes he just does like a full restart of it, so... Basically when he goes Super Saiyan, yeah, exactly. Precisely, Rav gets it. Then my whole head hot pink, my whole head purple. Or just the tips. That'd be a good thing to try out then, maybe. Worst part I remember, the serial discussion from last time you streamed this game. Is that the worst part? Or the best part? Hey. What? How? How's he deflecting my every bullet? It's like he's not even loaded into the game. Well, whatever. Won't let this ruin my day. I don't know if this is open. I mean, I know it's closed. But I don't know if they're on break right now, or if this is a chapter or section of the game where taking a break now, even with some customers still shopping. Little town MO, I figure. Alright. So something I haven't mentioned yet, but something I almost always mention when I stream this game, because of how cool it is. This game has a very peculiar schedule system set up, to the extent that almost every single character in this game has their own unique schedule that they follow. And it will differ depending on which chapter you're in, or the weather outside, or I don't know if the days of the week factor into it at all. I think it's just chapters and weather. But that does in turn mean that sometimes, depending on the time of day and the weather of day, some things will be open, some things not so much. Then Agent Morgan was arrested for murder. Well, listen, I had to do what I had to do. Did I have to shoot that innocent passerby? Maybe not. Maybe not. Let me in! But do I regret it? Not for a minute. Oh, so he can go into a closed door, but I can't? Just ain't right. Well, I'm gonna try something a little silly. A little silly. I want to see if the shop opens at 1. I don't remember when the shop opens and closes. We'll check it out, though. And if it's not open, then it's not open. Life goes on. But it's open, so life will go on in the milk barn. Time the turkey sandwich comes up, makes me nauseous. It's the grossest sandwich I've ever seen. Aw. Yeah, it looks horrendous. I don't know why it's purple. That's what makes me just, like, question the integrity of this game when it comes to sandwiches. What are you adding to your turkey sandwich to make it purple? Is it eggplant? I don't know. Is it weird lettuce? Maybe. Maybe. Let's talk to these goons.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. It's what everyone calls me.
York? Sounds like a last name.
I knew I was right to shoot him outside.
I'm Richard Dunn. I own one of the bars here. It's called Swery 65. How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened.
Yeah, murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So,
Okay.
how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. She always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Hey, don't go there.
Easy.
That star of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
I feel like that's just completely untrue when it comes to detective work, but then again, I ain't a real detective here. She stares into my eyes so vacantly. It's why he's known as the womanizer of the town.
Hey!
Hey! Oh man, about Keith. He's never gonna grow up. 12 years younger than me, but we're like bros, really. I gave him a load of advice when he started this store, but he ignored all of it, I tell ya. He needs to grow up a little. Man, I get frustrated just by looking at him. Why can't you just leave him alone? Well, you know, we've known each other so darn long, that's why. And Lily and Sally, man, they were our idols back in the day. Never expected Lily to marry a guy 9 years younger than herself, though. Some people, you can't live with them, but you can't live without them. Got that right, yeah. Huh. Oh, more dialogue for me? You shouldn't have. More Archmage for me? I'm glad you did. Hello, Arch. How's it going? Oh man, about Keith, he's never gonna grow up. That was definitely unique dialogue. Lore? How's this for lore? Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. Catch. You might be thinking, huh? But do not worry, that will be explained in a little bit of time. Wait, is it just right here? Oh. Looks a little different though. And there's a reason. Going good, just trying to pretty up my game some. Oh, nice. What are you prettying up right now?
So, you're the talk of the town.
Here's Keith. Amazing character, in my opinion.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
My personal role model in life.
Please call me York. That's what everyone always calls me.
The name's Keith. A pleasure meeting you, York. Sure is a big scar. It's bigger than I thought it would be.
Oh, thanks.
So, Keith, I have a couple of questions about the incident.
Huh? Sure, fire away, man.
Did you know Anna, Graham?
Yeah, of course, man. Poor little Anna. She was such a nice girl. I mean, what kind of sicko would do that to her?
Well, I'm here to catch that sicko. Listen, even the smallest piece of information might be useful to me. If there's anything you noticed or want to let me know, contact me.
Okay, will do, bro. You got my cooperation, FBI.
Will do, bro.
Another thing. I'll be frequenting your store during my stay here, so I'll see you around.
Sure thing, bro. We got what you need, so drop in anytime.
Haha! I love him. Literal himbo. Got to actually have full body sprites instead of just being disembodied voices. Oh, nice. That sounds like it took a lot of work. Let's go. Animation pods in this game are really something, aren't they? I like to think they're a great addition. And honestly, probably any game would benefit from having just anything Deadly Premonition related to it. Talk to me.
Hey, bro.
Hey, bro. Wanna browse the merchandise? We've got enough rockin' stuff here, just like a shop. What? Just like a shop in the city. I'm sure you'll find what you want. Check it out. Well, they have everything here. Is that true? Of course. Oh, yeah. But I tend to forget what we got. I was getting in trouble because my life isn't all that it's supposed to be. Oh, my list, rather. If, man, for any reason you don't like my list, cool. I'm cool. You could always ask Lily. Her list is always perfect. I'll keep that in mind. So you want to buy something? Yeah. So that's a weird little part about the milk barn in this game. Keith does not sell everything that he can. So if you want the full list, you talk to Lily. But I don't know if that's exactly accurate. I don't know if Keith sells some unique stuff that Lily doesn't. Don't know either way. Did someone else figure that part out? Oh, do a file phase type thing where characters walk in out of primary character. Oh, cool. Let's go, Arch. Soon that game will be on the big screen. Or like whatever the big screen equivalent of video games is. Well, right now I want to find Lily. Don't know where she is though. She might not be here right now. They do take shifts. But I don't know actually. Where is she? Hashtag doubts. Oh, don't say that. Don't you dare say that. Yeah, it looks like Lily's not here yet, so here's what we can do. Check ye old map. Definitely seems like she ain't here, so let's get out of here then. Because that's the reason I came to the milk barn this early. These are all characters that we're going to meet later on in the game. After a few chapters in. But if you want, you could meet them really early too. And I much appreciate that option. Into primary character, is it set? Good question. But I assume it's meant for Arch and not me. But if it is, why not? Although you did get to play as Emily. Pretty late into the game though. And only for a little bit of time, but well, it's something I suppose. It's something. Alright, let's go check that map and see where Lily's at. She anywhere nearby? Nah, she is gone. I was thinking she might be at her home, and maybe she is. Well, I don't know where her home's at. I think it's like right here. Oh well. Whatever. I think for now then, what we should maybe do is we'll just do like main story stuff. About to do the reveal. I'm really curious how this is gonna be. Good luck, Ivy. Let me know how you think about it. I'm curious. Very curious. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, hey, remember earlier when I said I'd show y'all the map outside and explain why it's really difficult to use, and then never did that? So this is the map. It's pretty big. It's also very detailed, which I appreciate. Regrettably, though, this is as far out as you can zoom. So, if you want to actually use the map, it could take quite a long time. But fortunately, there are some workarounds. I know one lovely person actually made their own Greenville map, which I might have to use before. Haven't you been in this game before? I got close once, but regrettably I lost the save file, so no. Just kidding. I may have been in this game a few times before. That's the map that I use personally whenever I need to use a map in this game. Amazing. It's also a really good resource just for Deadly Premonition stuff in general. The person who put it together is an absolute saint. And plus, she also does her own, like, Let's Plays of this game. And so if for whatever reason you want more Deadly Premonition content, but from a different source, I would urge y'all to check out her channel that I am blanking on the name of right now, but I'm pretty sure it's Shattered Memories. But, should check that out, or I should, like, verify that right now since we're bringing this up.
Zach, picking up from
you know what? I think I'll do just that.
Speaking of 80s movies,
because I hate bringing stuff up, especially people that I'm wanting to, like,
Deadly
shout out and then not be able to do so.
You remember that one, Zach?
Back in '83, directed by Douglas McCown. Right.
Here it
pretty
is.
Cheap, but still, it was pretty good. The monster design with the mouth crammed full of teeth, I loved it. So many delicious B-movie cliches.
All right, perfect.
Did you know that they
Look at me
made a sequel?
multitasking.
But I never got to see the sequel. The rental store didn't have it for some reason.
We're gonna take
They
a
said the
really
staff
quick
for
pit
the
stop here.
sequel was totally different from the
Apologies,
original.
we're speaking over York.
Wonder how the sequel turned out. You know, the monster in that one responded to sound.
I don't think we're ever
So
gonna
we'll
listen to the
finish our
entirety of that
chat later.
dialogue.
Let's
But hey,
take a
back to what I
walk
was saying
around here.
earlier. Y'all ever need more of this game content? Check out this channel on YouTube. The person who put it together is pretty awesome. Very dedicated Deadly Premonition fan. And actually the reason I started playing Deadly Premonition, because before my friend told me about this game, I saw one of her videos on YouTube. She's actually done a whole series, I think it might be finished too, where she does like all the dialogue options in the game, of which there are like thousands. Pretty wild. A lot of effort too put into it. We're going to do a really quick pit stop. This is actually a waste of time overall, because we're going to have to come back to this little area later on in the narrative, but why not get it now? We're in the area, and I didn't really feel like driving just there. So this is a good way to break up the monotony. But we're going to get something that I like to call a bone. If we got any humans in chat, y'all might be well aware of what bones are and what they do, but if not, I actually don't know if I could describe what a bone is. It's a bone. But there's 7 of these littered throughout the game, and we'll be trying to collect all of them. Watch my heart. Good call. I always forget that.
A human bone? This doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. So this is a side quest that you can choose to do. You don't got to. And there's actually multiple ways it can end, depending on who you give the bones to. And actually has a significant impact on your reward. But we'll get to that when it's more relevant. For now, though, whatever. Puppy! Can I unlock this? Nay. And we can't destroy that either. Oh, okay. Looks like the chains don't even load in until you examine them. Alright, let's get out of here. You decided to destroy my fences? Put them up for a reason? That's property vandalism. You should be thanking me. You should be thanking me here, okay? I did something on your behalf, and now you don't have to vandalize your own property. That's how I'd like to look at it. But fine, I'll stop. Sheesh. Mr. Squids. Mr. Rainbow. Hi, Myth. How's it going? We're playing a little game I like to call Deadly Premonition Origins for the Nintendo Switch. I wanted to have kind of a robotic way of delivering that line, but then I got Kind of got tripped up on my words. Regrettable. Hope you're doing well today. I think for like today's stream, we're probably gonna go for like at least an hour or so. And I think what I want us to end on for tonight is probably like the Raincoat Killer stuff, which is what's coming up very soon. But now that I'm thinking about it, we should go there now. Because I'm used to running this game with all the cutscenes skipped, and I forgot how long some of these cutscenes are. So I think if we plan this correctly, we should get to the part where I want to end stream when I want to end stream. You love your hair! Let's go, Ivy! Toss him to here. Yeehaw! I hope it stays in your hair forever. Although I know that's not how hair dyes work, but if only. Think you mentioned this game once or twice. Happy you're playing. Aw. I'm happy you're here, friendo. Can I get a shout from Myth Randall? I don't know if I've put my mind to sleep yet, but Myth's pretty epic. He does his own fair share of cozy game streams.
Zach.
Extremely cozy, might I say.
Speaking of 80s movies, one jewel in the rough springs to mind.
Got it.
Deadly Spawn. Do you remember?
I'm gonna skip that dialogue because, like, we've heard it 4 times, I think. It's a good one. Don't get me wrong, it's a stellar one, but honestly, we've heard enough. More about Myth Randall anyway. Myth Randall's awesome. A very nice voice to listen to. Very cute emotes as well if you're into that type of scene. I know I am. Vroom vroom. You said it, Buster. And also one of the few streamers I know that plays Nancy Drew. In fact, I only know one other streamer that does it. Always the coziest of streams. Been out of commission for almost a week now. You know. For the return. For the return. Almost myself again. Aw. Well, happy to hear, friend. I know times are rough. Now more so than ever before, it feels like. But, hooey. I'm glad things are looking on the up and up for you. But I feel like this could be a game that Myth Randall could enjoy. Although I say that about, like, literally everybody. I think I just want everyone to play this game. Look forward to the JN return. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. What better welcome him back than giving him a follow? And maybe a subscription. Maybe even your bank account information. I'm not a judge. I'm not going to force you to do nothing. Just give you options here, you know? I'm just giving out options. Oh, this is a cool little feature, though. So this game actually has durability for your car as well as gas. Right now, we're about 1% of gas left, but we made it just in time. But if you're not this fortunate, like I am, and you run out of gas on the drive, you honestly, or I don't know why I said honestly, you actually have a little get out of jail free card in the form of a flare, which you can buy at a lot of different places. But what it does is basically you get another cop car that drives right to you. I'm gonna get out of the car now though. And then I'm thinking here. Oh, this is gonna be unfortunate. Oh, never mind. We worked it out. Unless you still know what this game is about, but I'd be curious to play. Oh. It's difficult to explain. I don't know if you've seen Twin Peaks before, Myth Randall. If you've seen Twin Peaks, it's just that, but game form. And if you haven't seen Twin Peaks, it's kind of hard to describe. But I feel like this cutscene can explain a little bit.
What are you playing at? You tell us to come here, and you keep us waiting. Is this the way the FBI treats their own people?
Hello, George. I just had some things I had to do.
You really are pushing it, you know that?
I'm sorry if I upset you, but it was important stuff. To me, at least.
That isn't the issue here. We are in the middle of a homicide investigation.
He's not listening, George. I think we both know by now how little he thinks of other people's feelings.
I'll be more careful from now on. I promise.
I guess they're upset because I ditched them. A cult horror detective game. Yeah, no, that's really good.
I'm
Cult horror
FBI
detective
Special
story.
Agent Francis York Morgan.
A pretty
Please
succinct
call
way
me
to
York.
describe it.
It's what everyone calls me.
And you are Jim Green?
That I am, son. I keep these woods.
Woodskeeper. Or Spark Ward, Jim Green. Played watched Twin Peaks. Just heard many,
Well,
many
you're
things.
doing a fine
Seen lots of
job.
references.
Well, I used to be
It's
a
everywhere,
tree
it feels
surgeon.
like. It's everywhere.
And these two discovered the body?
Yes, my grandchildren, Isaac and Isaiah.
That smile. Found Anna's body.
Zach.
So that's her claim to fame.
Twins. Just like in my dream. We gotta keep an eye on these two.
I'm sorry. Could we talk away from the boys? I want to help your investigation, but I don't want them to hear this.
Very well. Emily, please.
I'll just take them over there then.
Thank you.
Hold on. Don't do anything without asking me. These children were the first to witness the crime scene. I want to talk to them.
Come on, they're just kids. They have no idea what really happened to them.
He's like protecting them.
You agree with me, right, Zach?
Are we gonna like cross-reference or interrogate a bunch of 6-year-olds?
Feelings ever?
Emily's right. That's stone cold, even for the sake of investigation.
Children see things in pure, simple terms. They may have seen something we adults would never spot.
Kids are idiots,
and
all right?
They're here at our request as well.
I'm gonna talk to them.
We could at least chat with them and see if they want to make a statement.
Are you serious?
I never joke about matters like this.
Oh my god.
What do you say is your favorite TV show?
Don't worry.
Ooh,
They
that's a
aren't
good
as
question.
fragile as you think. Look at them.
I need to think about that one. My easy answer is probably Adventure Time. Only because I've seen it so many times and I love
Now
it.
then, Isaac.
So many times.
Isaiah.
But I don't know, actually.
Tell
It's a
me.
good question.
What did you find here?
Anna, she was so
I'll think
pretty.
about that during
She
this
had
cutscene.
a red dress on. Her hair was shining. Bright gold hair. There were lots of animals around her. Squirrels, weasels, and a snake. A real snake. We didn't know until then. But we know now. Anna was the fairy of the forest. She was a goddess. She smiled when she saw us. She looked so happy.
That's right, Isaac. Isaiah. She was a fairy. A goddess. I'm sure she is playing with those animals even now.
Of course she is. Yeah, of course.
Sure.
Most useful information, boys. Well, Emily, you can take them now.
Alright, get these idiots out of my sight. Catch those kids. We'll book them. Never joke about matters like this.
Okay, Zach.
Smile.
This is where Anna's body
That's
was.
York in a nutshell.
And that means our unsub. Our unknown subject was here too.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
What happened
Fairy,
here?
welcome back, Opes. How was that pizza? Please let us know. Nice, nice. Oh, thanks. How about you, Myth? What are your favorite TV shows? And anyone else in chat that cares to chime in. Honestly, I don't watch that many TV shows. But I'd say still probably Adventure Time is up there. Maybe Twin Peaks. Although I feel kind of guilty saying that only because I haven't seen it all the way through. I just don't have the time right now. Nor the motivation. I'm going to skip this profiling because we
Zach,
don't have
something is
all
still
the clues
missing.
yet. And it's really
We need
noisy.
more clues.
But soon we'll see it. The game may be played and put more time into more than any other. Oh, these are really good questions. Oh, let's say besides MMO, besides MMOs like RuneScape, probably the game I've put the most time into is actually The Binding of Isaac. Although I say that to include both like the first one and the sequel, and all the patches and all that. I've sunk, I don't know, upwards of 500, 600 hours into those games. Crazy. Francis York Morgan said unsub. No! This was the fairies. Time to make an arrest. Yeah, take this for us, sprites. Alright, let's gather some clues, shall we? Gonna go buy lunch, I'll be back in a bit. Sounds good, Scribbles. Good luckies out there. Would it be this game? No, I've only played this game, only. I've probably sunk about 150 hours in this title. Hey, it's Anna Graham. Well, looky there. That was actually the wrong bird nest. I meant to shoot this one. But I'm glad we got that little picture. Here's the first clue. Have a good lurk, Sam. Yeah. You think Gilmore Girls is your favorite, huh? Wait, why so? I don't know anything about Gilmore Girls. Aside from the fact that it's like the most recent meme that I've seen a bunch of. What is Gilmore Girls about? I remember my mom and sister watched every episode of Gilmore Girls to prepare for the reboot. There's a reboot? Stefan played, oh, Binding of Isaac. I would recommend it. It goes on sale pretty frequently. I would recommend Binding of Isaac to anyone that enjoys roguelite games. Or even if you don't. Although that's definitely a game that I would definitely... Have I said definitely enough yet? That is assuredly a game that I would recommend you checking out a few videos of before making a purchase. Definitely ain't for everybody. Just shoot a bird's nest down? Just shoot a second bird's nest down. I don't see the issue here. If I don't shoot these bird nests down, who will? Who will? I stand Gilmore Girls, from being honest. Oh my. I don't know what kind of game it even is. Oh, Binding of Isaac? It's like it's a roguelite shooter. Or not shooter, just a roguelite game. If you don't know what roguelite means, regrettably, my ability to define video game genres is like 0, but it's fun. I find it fun, at least. Someone got pregnant at 16 with her daughter. Their parents, she left after having her baby. Oh. It's just wonderful. The script is witty and brilliant. I always mix up Gilmore Girls with... Oh, I meant to read that. I always mix up Gilmore Girls with Pretty Little Liars. I don't know why that is. I know they're very different. Probably because I've seen the first season and a half of Pretty Little Liars. That show is something else. Definitely a show that I can never recommend people watch, but it's like oddly engrossing in ways I don't know how to articulate. Just like a lot happens, and it just continues to happen. They're a super small town with some super kooky people. That's basically the gist of it. It sounds like something I'd enjoy then. Is it on Netflix or any of the other similar streaming services? It's extremely different. Yeah, I figure. The thing is, I kind of enjoyed Pretty Little Liars, but only as a show to kind of put on and then just completely zone out to. And it's on Netflix, eh? Ooh, I'll add it to my list then. I'm glad y'all told me it was way different from Pretty Little Liars. I figured they were way different, but I didn't know for certain. Yeah. All right. I'll give y'all a little bit of context here on what we're doing. We're just collecting 4 clues. Pretty important. Although some of these clues are a little difficult to find in your first foray in this game. I know I struggled to complete this section first time around. But for all of these sections, anytime there's a clue to find, they're always highlighted by a little particle, like red particle effect or something like that. Just shoot down a third bird's nest? I don't see the issue here. I don't see the birds doing anything.
These in a long
clean up
time.
their mess.
It's upside down. I guess this is meant to be an anti-peace sentiment then.
These holes on the ground
Sounds
were made
American.
by high stiletto heels all around here. And this depression here, Agent Morgan, I see what happened here.
He hung her from the tree and put on her shoes.
What? Why are you quiet now?
He was really enjoying it. Sicko.
York just does not give a crap.
Disgusting.
All right. Are you done with your old performance, Georgie boy?
George,
Step
you
aside,
certainly
idiot.
have a vivid imagination. An interesting theory, don't you think, Zach?
That's putting it nicely.
What was his name again? That Hollywood producer.
That's right. Joel. We really ought to introduce George to him, Zach.
Profiling is a little different from writing a screenplay, though. An idea being interesting doesn't make it fact.
Ow. Don't do that.
Let me enlighten you, George. The footprints reveal that one of the heels were missing from the shoes. And they're different from Anna's shoes that we saw at the office. Furthermore, there would be even more disgusting evidence if he did kneel and, well, do as you suggested. If you want proof, go ahead and try it for yourself.
What? Okay.
He knelt here for a reason other than simple perversion.
Zach, what was he doing in front of Anna?
Fortnite dancing. I guess we'll figure it out here. Put this nicely. Ugh. Yeah. What? Huh?
Now I get it.
Oh, okay.
He was kneeling to pray in front of her. Just like the twins said. She was a goddess. The unsub, or unknown subject, offered prayers to Anna's body. Its bitten-out tongue, massive body wound. Once dead Anna was transformed from an object of despite into one of worship. So, who is Miss Stiletto Heels?
Me!
The steps are close, coming up to the body, and then farther apart, going away.
There was a reason to hurry away then.
That settles it then, George. Miss Stiletto Heels is a third party here. She's not the murderer. No one runs away from an object of worship.
Huh.
She
I was
could be
reading about
another
Gilmore
victim
Girls.
with Anna. Or perhaps an accomplice who fled for some reason. She is also one who took whatever it was Anna was holding on to in her hand.
But why? Why did she leave her here?
Only Miss Stiletto Heels knows the reason for that. She might know something about the man with the reversed peace mark, too.
Forgot how long this cutscene was. I explained for some reason. Slayer's Tower found great. Watch it more times than
How
I can
many
count.
women
Aw.
wear high stiletto heels in this town, do you think?
How many seasons is it?
I should think most of them have at least one pair. I do too, before you ask.
It was her!
But nobody would come all the way out here wearing them, except maybe one person.
Don't keep me in the dark, then. Who might this elegant lady be?
Diane, the owner of the art gallery. But she's out of town for a big art auction. I heard she'll be coming back in a couple days.
I'm back.
Then we'll just have to give her a warm welcome home. A more immediate matter, then. Where in town can you find something like this? It should be a building that isn't used anymore, with either a lot of metal or metal machinery or something like that.
The old lumber mill.
And it's time to really get this show on the road. Could you guide me to this perfect setting for extravagant murder?
Wait, is that old? Oh, but there was a reboot, right? Reboot's in? Real Saviors is great. I was about to ask how the reboot was. Premonition was filmed in the same town set that Gigi used. Oh, that's awesome. Because one of the things I love about Pretty Little Liars is actually the setting. It is like a perfect autumn town, in my opinion. And I'm a big fan of autumn. Need to listen to something to fall asleep? I always fall asleep to Gilmore Girls. Aw. 7 seasons. About 20 episodes, eh? 1 hour per. Huh. How long are the episodes in the non-reboot? Are they like an hour long or 30 minutes? Or a cheeky 45-minute compromise? Or S. Emily? Case solved? If only we could. I mean, I wouldn't do that. I love Emily. She's like one of the sweetest characters in this game.
The lumber mill is pretty far from
Don't
here.
deserve that yet.
If that's where she was
And
killed,
yet...
why would the killer go to all the trouble of carrying her all the way here?
I don't know yet. My profiling instincts tell me one thing is for sure, though.
Oh, it's 40 minutes.
The
God,
unsub's
42
personality
minutes
is
exactly.
Totally
eh?
different before and after the crime. The unsub killed her in a brutal, horrifying way, and then displays powerful adoration after she's dead. Something close to love. That could well be the key to all this.
Huh.
I will say this, though, George. Profiling is a risky business. Of course, if the unsub planted those stiletto footprints himself, well then, everything I've just said falls apart. But there's no evidence that he left those stiletto footprints. I'm sure we have Miss Stiletto Heels to thank for those tracks. All I can do is deduce the unsub's feelings in light of the evidence, and carefully figure the unsub's MO. Modus operandi.
I love that he
way of
explains the terms he's
It
using.
usually unveils something that a normal forensic analysis may overlook. That's my way of profiling.
Randall.
It's not for everyone, but it works for me.
I love you too, JM. Don't you ever forget that. Don't you ever forget that. That emote. That's how I know you're being sincere here. That's how I know. Purple Hairs in Discord? I should check it out. I'll try and check it out mid driving. Penguin! Hello! How you doing today, my penguiny friend? We're playing a little ditty I like to call Deadly Premonition Origins. The Nintendo game console called the Switch. Hope you're doing well. We're about to investigate a small, well, not really small, but a small town wooden lumber mill. It's a dumb small town chef. You know what MO means? I mean,
when I first joined the force, this lumber mill was still in full swing.
I don't know if George. I feel like George would know. Yeah.
And now it's totally.
York is just kind of condescending and probably a little elitist.
So I don't know for
well,
sure,
no, definitely really elitist.
Sure is run down.
Deserted buildings are perfect for criminal hideouts and activities.
And maybe not so
telling
much
Harry to have
elitist.
the
I don't
place
know.
torn down.
Probably a little late for that. After all, it's already been used as the site of Anna's murder.
We don't know that for sure yet, Agent Morgan.
That's right, from your point of view. But the perpetrator selected the lumber mill.
Agent
This song
York,
is really
you
good.
seem very confident about this.
Confident? No. Confidence is a sweet spot between being rude and hopeless. I'm just drawing natural conclusions from the facts that we have seen.
That sounds exactly like being full of confidence, at least to me. And to
Driving leaves
normal
much to be
people with
desired. Oh, I
common
got you.
sense.
Check
Common
this out.
sense can be the opposite of that sometimes.
I didn't do a barrel
Bear
roll.
that in mind.
Oh, I will, Agent York. Thank
So
you for
point any of
another
this, then.
pearl of wisdom.
Either way,
Nighty night,
we'll
Mike.
know for sure by
Get
simply
some good
going to
sleep,
the
you
lumber
hear?
mill. Keep your pearls of wisdom to yourself.
Thanks for hanging
Let's
out.
hurry.
Well said, George. Can you
my
step on
God.
it, Agent York?
All good? Aw. Heck yeah, Penguin. Have you seen any, have you seen or played any of Deadly Premonition before, Penguin? That's right, from your point of view. York has a way of words, doesn't he? Thank God we're in an abandoned town where we're the only ones who own a car. It seems that way right now, right? Although I think there are still cars. They just don't go out this way for one reason or another. For how much everyone kind of hates York. I don't blame them. That's the thing. York's kind of a dick. And that never really stops being the case. People just get used to him, I think. But he is definitely like, I don't know, he's paradoxical when it comes to some things. Like early in the game, he says, or makes a remark that small town stuff is primitive. Or that we're in an uncivilized society. And then he says that this place is like the bastion of values and what America needs right now. So, I don't really know. I think his opinions seem to fluctuate a little bit from time to time. We love us a complex character, don't we? Regrettably, though, this part ain't too complex. Or maybe not regrettably. We might just like blast through this section. There's a few cutscenes that I usually skip. I'll try my best not to skip it. Although if muscle memory kicks in, I do apologize in advance. But here we are. The lumber mill.
Let's go.
Where it
Find
all
out if your facts
began.
can be trusted.
You're
Maybe.
full of confidence, right?
I don't know why I got money
Zach,
for
we're here.
demolishing that
Let's
street
continue
lamp,
our
but
chat later.
I'm here for it. I won't say anything against it.
I'm going in alone. You two stay here. I can't concentrate
Blast
on
away,
profiling
King.
with other people around me.
Hold on a minute. We're investigating this
needed to hear
case
that.
together.
Listen, I can't risk the crime scene being compromised by you two.
What are you saying? You're not the only professional law enforcement officer here, Agent Morgan. We know how to secure a crime scene.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me. But this is how I operate. Furthermore,
Yes? Furthermore, what?
to me, the outsider FBI agent, every citizen of this town is a suspect. You two could be in on this whole thing for all I know. I have to keep suspects out of the crime scene.
How can you say such a thing?
I mean, that does make sense. That is
He
pretty
making fun
sensical.
of us? We should have left him
If
behind and come here
inflammatory.
by ourselves.
You're right. I've never been so insulted.
Oops.
Sorry, but I'm just doing my job.
Nothing personnel, kids. Heh, just business. Thanks for destroying my favorite street lamp. I used to see in the night, but I guess I'll just crash into things. Aw, hey, no worries. I didn't do it for that appreciation.
Did you hear
I
that,
did it for the
Zach?
love of the game.
They are pros.
And for the
You should
hatred
let
of
every
street lamps I
first-person shooter
apparently harbor.
gamer out there join the SWAT team.
Ho! Take that, gamers. Idiots.
Zach, they're here.
Yeah, I said it. And I don't regret it either. Hey, here's like the first big dungeon of the game. I don't know if we can call it a dungeon, but then again, no reason not to call it a dungeon, right? It's dungeon-esque, at the very least. It's our favorite friends. The lovely shadows. Aw. Oh god. They're kind of everywhere around this area. I'm trying to check these corners, see if we got any goods. Here, we'll use breathing. Shut up. Shut up. Stop. Y'all are noisy. Look out of here. It's not worth it. Dumb Gianni. You said it, boss. You said it. Or I guess you laughed at it, boss. Here's a guy we're going to be chasing the entire game. What in the... Listen. I don't know if the game ever explains exactly what causes the shadows to exist. Or if they do exist.
This is where Anna was killed.
But yeah, the sound design of this game is interesting, to put it as nicely as possible. I think it's pretty perfect in some circumstances. Other circumstances, not so much, but, well, that's kind of what you get with Deadly Premonition. We got stuff. Someone phased about being dragged to the demon realm? Never been sure what exactly in the story is happening. That's the cool thing, or maybe not so cool thing, depending on your perspective on it. I don't know if it's explained. If it's explained as like, this is something that happens in the real world. I think it actually is explained really late in the game. But,
too much noise.
I don't know.
We're still missing a vital piece of the puzzle.
It's like so late in the game that I don't know if I even want to mention it right now. They don't make a sequel or anything. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Let's go, Sam. But yeah, they did make a sequel, and it's coming out in about 2 months, 10 days, which is why I'm playing this game right now. Not over this command. I am not either. That's some Mihan goodness for you. A Mihan exclusive command.
Zach, it's almost like an altar. Was the murder some kind of ritual?
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is the game that I had no clue that there would be a sequel towards. But you're hyped as heck. I absolutely am. I absolutely am. Almost as much as I was hyped when I found out that this game was on the Switch. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, what? Oh, it's a system update. I don't care about that. I thought that was an update for the game. I was about to freak out. Like, are you seriously updating this game right now? I'm in. But this game is on sale. $15 dues. USC shop, that is. I don't know if it's on sale everywhere else, though. But I am super, super hyped. And actually, I wasn't planning to play this game so far out from the release date of Deadly Premonition 2. But what we might do, depending on a lot of things, is I might just do another playthrough closer to the release of DP2. We'll see what happens.
Where are you hiding?
Good lord! The first pizza. Just when you thought it was safe in an abandoned lumber mill. Well, he looks at the red vines like, huh, Brenda really did that. Wow. It's pretty amazing. Huh. Zombie people? Not what I would have put in a lumber mill, but, well, I'm just an FBI agent. I was the one that set us all up. No, ma'am. They drew a peace sign. Ah! How can there be peace when the peace sign is... Wait, is it reversed? Reversed! It is. Looks like an upside-down peace mark. Written in blood. Oh, God. So the person bleeds, eh? Oh. Hold on. Here's what we need. Take that, Brenda's vines. Not so strong, are we? Okay. Let's get some smoked salmon. We're in the middle of the cha-cha slide. Give them a break for the reverse. Aw. Well, when you put it that way. Hope y'all don't mind if I shave real quick. I know what you might be thinking. Why are you shaving an abandoned lumber mill? Well, when in Rome, as the lumber mill workers used to say. I think that holds true to this very day. And plus I get paid for it too. A whole $20 dues, eh? Not too bad, not too bad. You know, I'm feeling a little stinky, so let's change up. We got this. It's starting to look like it's getting a little dirty. I was thinking the exact same thing. Let's go back to the tried and true soaked agent. And while we're here, why not give it some cleaning? There we go. It'll only take blank hours for it to get cleaned. Perfect. I got enough time. So when you're in these, whoa, hi. So when you're in these sections of the game, anything that relates to like time, like getting your clothes cleaned, you can't really do it. Rather regrettable, though. Doesn't really impact the game that much, in my opinion. We'll just breeze on past these goons. And we'll do something that I always do in the speedrun, which is get a total of 4 steel pipes. Even though I don't know if I even use all 4 steel pipes, but oh, whatever. I'm gonna get 2 for me, and then 2 for the toolbox. So we'll have 2 of them later on. Let's get in there, shall we? Historically, the lumber mill is my least favorite dungeon. Over time, though, it's become one of my more favorites. If only for the fact that I've played it so many times that I would probably do this in my sleep. Although I don't think that's a point of pride. I think that's more of a point of shame. Or maybe it is a point of pride. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe you should kind of look about me with adoration. Ooh. Again? A huge upside-down piece mark's been drawn in the steam engine tank. Any idea what it means, Zach? Not a clue. Probably nothing. Aw, please just go away. I should probably explain this. So there's a mechanic in this game called holding your breath. Like rocket science, basically. But weirdly enough, what it does is it makes you completely invisible, more or less, from the enemies in this here video game. But usually I don't use it too much because a lot of the goons die in very few swings of a sword or steel pipe or what have you. And honestly, it's just completely unnecessary. But, I don't know. It has its utility here and there. I guess I'll flush this toilet. Oh, and there we go. I forget why these two scenes are linked together. It's kind of a weird event flag to have for this lumber mill dungeon to flush a toilet, but hey. Maybe I shouldn't be nitpicking here. Oh my god, the range! Even when they grab you, they don't do too much damage. It's more so just a lot of time lost. Ow! Don't do that. But for the most part, these goons aren't too bad. They can get a little annoying when grouped up together, especially in such a tight, cramped area like this one. But for the most part, I won't give you too much of a hassle. Although they might, I don't know. I play this game too much. Maybe that's why I think they don't give you too much of a hassle. But there's a lot of these offshoot branches for this dungeon. For the most part, I don't feel it necessary to explore them that well. Oh, hi! Good lord. A new friend around every turn. What is this? Let me give it a little peeky. Oh, yeah. Looking nice. I'm into that. Hey. Shut up. Do not do that. It's annoying. Just want to be my friend? Well, there's better ways of making friends with me than trying to kill me. Although there are also worse ways to make friends with me than trying to kill me. But I will not elaborate on that. Brenda, you've outdone yourself again. Oh no! And that's that. There's a few sections like this sprinkled throughout the game. They aren't too difficult, especially if you're given a lot of barrels nearby. Because I didn't realize this for the first few playthroughs, but barrels are super powerful in this game. And I guess in video games overall, but especially this title. Oh, nice. A tough combat sequence. I mean, it can be. When you're first playing this game, it can get really easy to get overwhelmed by the goons, but once you know where they spawn and how long it takes for them to do anything, it becomes a lot more easy. There's some stuff in these toilets. I don't think it's worthwhile though. But I'll flush one of them. Just in case. I think this might have a stabilizer perhaps? Or nothing. Nothing here of any interest to me. Alright. Sounds good. We'll press onwards. This is a dungeon that feels very much like I'm just walking the same exact hallway over and over again. And that was the main reason that I didn't like this part of the game. Aesthetically, it leaves a lot, not to the imagination. There's just not much here. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. I won't have to kill you. Go for a pacifist route here. But one point of interest that will pop up multiple times here is a rain-coated killer, the main culprit behind everything. Or so it seems. They'll pop up every now and again, usually trying to kill you, but sometimes just to give you like a little high, a little wave. You're like a Werther's original candy, like a grandma would. Alright, I guess you all are blocking my path, so that's nice. How's this for Werther's original, eh? Oh, you don't want to be friends with them? They're kind of moaners. Yeah, they're a little noisy for my taste. Like, nothing against that. Nothing against that one bit, it's just... I don't know, if we're like gaming it up, playing Big Bumpin' on a Saturday night, and all you're doing is moaning and dying, have a downer, you know? A mood ruiner, if you will. But here's where we put that gearbox. The gear fits the recess like a glove. We should be able to move the elevator now. Moaning and dying. Wow! You know, that's a good perspective too. Shout out to all those moaners and dyers out there. Well, actually, no, only these ones. What? She's fast. Oh, bye, ma'am. I think it's really considerate of them to just, like, evaporate after they die again. 1 second. All right, let's go. That was extremely important. That was some RNG manipulation for later on in the run. I'll explain it more when it becomes more relevant. I'm impressed with myself here, friends. I have not skipped... No, I've skipped a cutscene or two. I definitely have. But I haven't skipped any important cutscenes yet, accidentally. I was close on this one, though. Tail? Well, hoo-wee. Thank you for the host. How are you doing today, my friend? Have you ever played or seen any of Deadly Premonition before? Either way, glad to have you. Ooh. Pretty. Love me some damaged red hair. Hey, people. Ravioli knows, by the way. I knew I recognized your name from somewhere. I know we've hung out in the Rav stream before. And I think I've hung out in your stream before too, Tail. I want to say you were playing Bannerlord, but it might have been mistaken on that. Do you not want to play it sometime? Honestly? Let me skip this, because we don't even see it. I don't know if you have a Switch, Tailed, but if you do, this game is on sale for $15 right now in the eShop. Either way, like a full playthrough. That's what I'm doing right now with these streams. We're going for a full 100% playthrough. But if you do get the chance to play it, I definitely recommend doing so. It's one of my, well, it is my all-time favorite game. Very rough around the edges, no doubt about it, but there's a lot of good stuff underneath. A lot of good things to do here. But right now we're in one of the most visually unappealing areas in this game, in my opinion. The lumber mill. It's like the power's out. We'll need to restore power to move this elevator, Zach. Sounds good, not Zach. Sounds good. Let's get a cheeky safety save here, shall we? Although, maybe I'm being a little critical here. There are some sections of this dungeon that are really cool looking. And we're about to see them very soon. Or on Steam, like for 4 years? Oh, good luck then. I say good luck because the Steam port of this game is... it has a bad reputation for being extremely buggy, but in a weird way. Because for some folks, it works flawlessly. But for folks like me, I was trying to play it like a few years back. And from 2015, I hope it works for you. For me, it would crash every 15 minutes. And that's what prompted me to buy the PS3 port. Either way, though, I hope you can find a way to play it. Oh, welcome back, Scribbles. How was your time away? You tried just being one of the people it worked for? I did give that a shot. It turns out I wasn't able to do so. So it was back to the drawing board for me. But you know, maybe I should have tried a little harder. Can I go in here? Oh, cool. So what's in here? Heard it. People saying it's really unstable. Yeah, there are a few patches that the community has created. But even with those patches, it didn't work for me. That being said, though, if you do have it, Tailed or anyone else in chat on Steam, definitely do give it a shot. Alright, yeah, we can't get this now. I will. I will. I don't really need to do it if we have like 4 of those steel pipes. We can just run past all of these goons. I don't know if I want to explore the entirety of this area. It's pretty labyrinthian. And also, I don't think the rewards really justify the effort. At least not for me. Well, that might be because I'm a person who has played this game far too many times. It's probably that. But here's one of the few visually interesting areas in this section. It's like the hand tree or whatever. Wow. It's also a timed section. Which is hilarious to me because of how long of a time period you get. And how little you have to do. What you're supposed to do here is shoot a specific hand on the tree. Generally, I just shoot all of them. And what you get out of this exchange is a little door handle. Entry is a little suspicious. Yeah, only a little bit though. It's the paranoid detective me thinking, no. It could be nothing. Yeah, I'm surprised it's actually resulted in us getting something here. Although the pressure looks exactly like Resident Evil 4, right? Both in like visuals. I feel like it also plays really similarly too. Just worse. Which is a comparison I often make. The combat in this game is Resident Evil 4, but sucky-ish. Woo! That was a close one. Oh, let's back off here. These goons aren't too terrible, but I don't like getting grabbed by them all the same. Even if they don't knock off too much HP. Oh. Hi. No hugs today, please. Alright. Just know that you made me do this. I didn't want to hurt you, but here we are. These are the crossroads we find ourselves at. So I'm supposed to use this as a doorknob, eh? Well, sure. A hand knob for the hand door. The doorknob is shaped like a hand. Classy for a lumber mill. We'll need a little handshake to open the door. Is this classy? This is freaky. What are you talking about? Huh? Much like Resident Evil 4 as well, this game has a plethora of quick time events. Peeled off fake fingernail. Good lord. Long time no see. Oh, wait, let's skip this real quick. Been forever, I bet. 1 second. Gotta mute something. And it's been muted. But actually, speaking of muting and unmuting things, this is not relevant whatsoever to what I'm just going to say next, but anyway. Oh, wait. Evolve for controlling the Steam engine. It's worn. It could crack quite easily. Might not be safe to touch it. I never noticed that that little observational quip was here. It's actually kind of a foreshadowing for something that's going to happen very soon. If you've seen my speedruns of this game, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Or maybe you don't, because it's super... it's a super tiny detail that, honestly, I forget all the time. So I guess ignore what I just said. We get some Agent Honor. And while I'm doing so, I'm going to give not just one, not just two. Actually, it is two. I'm going to give a shout out to my good buddy Ravulin. And also Tailed, because I have found myself enjoying my fair bit of nighttime streams. Well, they're nighttime streams for me. I don't know the time zones for Rav and Tailed, but they're cozy streams and very cozy streamers. And also Tailed, who I met through Rav. I'd love to see it. But check out my good buds. And wait, I didn't know you were streaming Fable. That's a game I have never played, but I grew up watching some of my cousins play it, actually. That game and Resident Evil 4, although I did play Resident Evil 4 for them. They didn't like third-person shooters. Is that Jenny? Hello. How's it going, Jen? What you up to? An Obst! A Hopes from Obst! Thank you so much. I'm not gonna give Obst a shout out, but I'll give him a command. And y'all should check him out too. I know we got a lot of Obst heads already in chat, but even so, the more the merrier. A very accomplished streamer. And for good reason too. Excellent content creator. An amazing person. And a valued friend. Big love for Big Obst. He does a lot of Animal Crossing New Horizons and other Nintendo games. Yeehaw. So Skitty streams scary games after dark. Well, you know me, Chen. You know me. It's because he's a horror streamer. That's right. That's right. I only moonlight as an Animal Crossing streamer. It's a little bit I like to do. I mean, I like myself some horror games. I don't always stream them because I know they ain't everybody's cup of tea. This game specifically as well, but we're streaming this game today because recently, and I mean yesterday actually, the announcement date for the sequel for this game, Deadly Premonition 2, was announced. And the sequel is going to come out in about, well, don't take my word for it. We got a command. It's going to come out in 2 months, 10 days, and something. Good lord, can you imagine? I always look at the Bijou Angel when I get scared. Aw. As one should. As one should. Aw, thanks for that blood bit, Rav. Yeehaw. You heard that too? Yeah. It was pretty wild. I'm still flabbergasted that this game, 1, was ported onto the Switch. 2 is getting a release, or not a release, a sequel of all things. Just mind-blowing. Considering that the community for this game is not super huge, although I think it is larger than it may first appear. I think there's a lot of people that love this game a lot, but they don't, like, contribute. There we go. They're not, like, super active in the Deadly Premonition community, whatever that may be. Game looks interesting. Chen, have you seen me hiccup before? Follow-up question. Have you seen the show Twin Peaks? Because if so, and if you liked it, you would probably love this game. If you haven't, though, maybe give it a shot. If you got Netflix, it is. So I know Twin Peaks is on Netflix right now, in the US, at least. It's a quirky game, I'll say. Comes out a bit over a week after my birthday. Well, now people know what to get you for your birthday then, eh? Just joking. Unless you are a DP fan, in which case, congrats. But yeehaw! That's only like 2 months and, what, 17 days away? Shame that D4 didn't succeed. I was waiting when they finish it. But DP2 was a good substitute. Yeah, I had played Dark Dreams Don't Die, or D4. I loved it too. It was a great game. Tragic though. Tragic that is... Well, it might get finished. There's been no discussion about it. So I'm just like trying to be optimistic here. But there's no plans to finish it out after the first episode. Haven't, but now I know what to watch. Now I know what I have to watch. What the name before though? Yeah, Twin Peaks is interesting. I think it was directed by David Lynch, who's made a lot of really cool and nifty movies. But it's a very quirky show. Very, very quirky. Still a show I need to finish as well. All right, how we doing on everything? Are we? We're a little sleepy, a little snoozy. So I'll take a light sleep in this here abandoned lumber mill. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm professional. I'm wearing a suit, aren't I? Got life figured out, or something to that effect. Before we go on and do the next part, though, I'm gonna get a bit of a bite to eat. Any sleepers in chat? Not for long. Ah! Good morning. Want to find a cool director? I agree. I need to see more of his movies too, or rather, more of the movies he's directed. I feel like I've seen a lot of snippets, a lot of clips from David Lynch movies, but only a few of the full movies. But soon that will change. Very soon. Light. Phone. The electricity is back on. Wow, I wonder who it could be. It's locked. Wait a minute. Oh, any wakers in chat? I'm awake. Can we see outside this? Weird. I didn't know that the door actually locked after you. It's kind of interesting. Snoozy Chen. Slumbering Chen. Hello.
I see you.
Oh. Watching the stream? Oh, hey. Yeah, why bother knocking, right? Take out the middleman. Make my job a little bit easier, why don't you? Welp. That will never make me sleep now. Aw. You don't find the raid-coded killer kind of cute? I find that completely blood red stare a little piercing at times. The way his eyes are kind of like a little bit off his model and floating a little bit in front of his face. I think it's a good look. Time to kill. No. We're just playing a little friendly game of hide and seek. Can't leave now. Why not? Give me one reason why I can't leave. Ways even less attractive. Sound aggressive. I see you. Well, I think I'll just have to disagree with you on this point, Chen. That's my ideal voice. If I get a voice that's like that, be over the moon. Okay, he's kind of cute. Scribbles gets it. I guess beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But I think we can all agree. Pretty fancy, pretty swanky looking coat, eh? Feels good. Hyper emo material. Honestly, I could see that. Got any ring-coated killers in chat? I wonder who this killer is. And you might be thinking, Squiddsey, you goofball, you played this game many times. How do you not know? Well, I don't know. Get off my back, jeez. Imagined hypothetical person. What's your problem? First off, And second off, I can't explain. Because spoilers. Did I introduce a conversational tangent just to make fun of a hypothetical person? Yeah. And I'm probably gonna do it again. Give him a chance. Some cough drops, he'll be okay. That's good. There we go. There we go. I'm glad you're coming around. You have vague memories of who it was? Oh. So you have seen a little bit of this then, right, Tail? You probably said that too, and I just forgot. What? Bye. That's fine. Jeez, take your time. Thank you for deloading. Well, that was pretty fun. Where'd the axe go? Well,
Zach, this is a waste of time.
oh, you're
Let's
a
go.
waste of time. Did you see like the entirety of it, Tailed? Oh my. Why, I know it's on TV. Who turned it on, I wonder? No clue. But I know he's gonna turn it off. Bang bang. Okay. Oh, you're just, all right, just invincible. Need me a TV like that. All right, is there anything else we can do here? I don't think so. Let us skedaddle. We'll just make a beeline straight for the exit. I really hope no one chases me soon. Ah. Just when you thought I was safe. You know, maybe this is what they were talking about. They said I shouldn't go play in abandoned lumber mills. I thought they were talking about the nails, but, well, whatever. We were watching some essays about it, so it was with Major Story Spoilers. It was at least a year ago. Oh, gotcha. Sounds pretty cool, though. I haven't seen too many essays or reviews on this game. Apart from, like, one or two, maybe. I would love to see what people think about this game, though. Hey, cool. That little trick worked. That's something that I like to do during the speedruns of this title. If you're pushing that box and the raincoat killer guy trying to throw an axe at you, sometimes he'll just break the box for you. In some ways, the raincoat killer helps us more than hurts us. And that's mostly untrue. Definitely an antagonist here, but he has his moments. And here's where those steam valves come back into play. We actually had to evade the steam coming out of them. And if this is your first time going through this section, you might not know that, and you might get kind of screwed over by it. Like I did, and like I continue to do every time I speedrun this game. Because it's random which steam valves will trigger a quick time event. Sometimes none go off. Sometimes like 4 of them do. And never really know. And that is what keeps me coming back for more. I mean, not really, but whatever. This section is, whoop, almost done. A sippy? In these trying times? Yeah, sure, I got you. Ah, perfect timing. Nailed it. Rav! At Scribbles1554, Tomo VB. Ha! Got you! Once I learned that I could just do the command /user user and then their name, I've always found a counterplay to that move. I'm evolving. I'm evolving. I'm continuously reminding myself here that I am streaming this game on Twitch. Well, I don't know why I said that, but I am also recording this because I put all the VODs on YouTube from these streams. And I'm slowly realizing that there's some aspects of the stream that people who are watching the videos on YouTube will not understand, because none of the messages for like, so-and-so redeemed, take a sippy, or so-and-so redeemed, streamer, read my last message out loud, please. None of that shows up on the VODs. So it just kind of looks like I'm saying random stuff at random intervals, and I kind of love that. Read my last message. Nice try. We're making me work for this, aren't we? Okay, Okay, make sure I don't ban you. IDK, you kind of cute. That was a pretty good message, honestly. Especially if it was about the raincoated killer, which I think it was. A Snapchat? Sorry, I mean, there we go. That's an award-winning smile. Oh, speaking of award-winning smiles, hello. Banning, wow! Well, I don't want to ban anyone accidentally. ZR? And then A. Zerp! Perfect. The button prompts for this scene are always the same. But I always struggle to remember all of them. Especially sequentially. But none of this is really relevant if you don't speedrun this game, so ignore me. And there we go. We did it. We got all 4 clues. And now we can solve the moid. You couldn't cut me down to size. What? Well, hey. I'll let them know you're interested. I'll pass the word along. How's that sound? Apologies here. These sequences are always kind of noisy. I'll turn it down a little bit.
Hey. Come here.
Huh? Me? Okay. Oh, damn. Oh. Ow. It's okay. That was fun. Smile.
That's all the information we need, Zach. Let's go back and show them.
I would not trust this man whatsoever. I don't think I can trust a person who recounts a murder scene and then smiles at the end of it. Although I know he's smiling because he feels really accomplished for like figuring everything out, but even so. Even so. Oh, there's this cutscene. I like this cutscene. It's kind of awkward, but that's just this game in total. It all works out. Murder. Gosh, every day that goes by is another day without playing A Hat in Time, and that just should not stand.
Have you seen any of these things before?
Missed that game.
No, not that I know of. But that raincoat is a little odd.
Odd? In a town where it rains so much?
Well, the people here rarely go out in the rain. I moved here during high school, and I never really understood why. Can you shed some light on this, George?
Oh, well, there's an old story, folklore. It's a fairy tale to me. Something about a killer in a raincoat who appears on rainy nights. A vicious killer in a bright red raincoat. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that
Just
was
a foolish piece of superstition. A rubbish story someone made up. Not many people still believe it, but I guess it's a traditional place. Most of the shops still close up when it rains. School's out too. And since there's no reason to go out, not many people ever wear raincoats.
And now the raincoat killer has leapt out from his picture book. Oh, by the way, would you two kindly show me your backs?
What? Our backs? Is this related to the case?
I'm just kind of
The person
curious.
with the upside down peace mark in that photo we found. He's our killer.
And what makes you so sure about that?
Zach and I saw him kill Anna in the lumber mill. He killed her. Right in there. Oh, one thing.
Please don't ask me about Zach.
Oh, okay.
That's a private matter.
Anyway, by showing me your backs, we can clear up most of my concerns about you. Isn't that for the best?
Run's looking good.
You do want
Run's
to
looking
remove
good.
yourselves from the suspect list.
We're on PB pace right now.
It will make things a lot easier.
This is insane. Your methods are rude, insulting, and out of the question. And Emily is a female officer. Forcing her to show you her back is harassment. I don't care if you are FBI or not.
her
You are out of
expression.
line.
Wouldn't it be harassment showing, like, having anyone show your back?
George, it's okay. Let's just show him and get it over with.
Emily, are you crazy?
Look, we flash our backs and he'll start trusting us a little more. Right? Agent York?
I didn't agree to that. I didn't say anything about that. PB pace. All record pace. Don't ask me about Zach. Dang. I was about to ask him about Zach. I know, me too. Lost all knowledge of the story at this point? Aw. I wouldn't worry about it. Whoa.
Are you satisfied?
Ma'am,
now?
your back is
Yes.
positively blinding. What is wrong with you?
Now you, George.
My God.
Yeah, okay.
A street lamp.
I can't refuse it now, can I? But don't expect to get your way all the time, Agent Morgan.
If your back is not shimmering and luminescent, I will be upset.
Huh? George.
Bro. Friggin' ripped. What's your rap? Or what's your
What
routine?
are these scars?
Just like your Mr. Zach. Something private. I don't have to tell you about it.
Of course. Just like Zach. We can understand that, right, Zach?
And whatever.
Anyway, this will make things a lot easier from now on.
All right, York. Show us
I'm glad to
your
say you're
back.
both pretty much off the hook.
Let's make it even, shall we?
Thank you for your cooperation.
All right, bye.
If anyone is suspicious around here, it's him. He's the most suspicious.
No, I don't think so. But he certainly is the most irritating.
You've studied the crime scene. You know what we have to do next, Zach.
George, can we arrange to have the townfolk gather in one place? There are some things I want to address with the townfolk.
Very well. I'll arrange to have as many as possible gather in the community center tomorrow.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, George. This game would be perfect with a laugh track. Agent York, New York. I feel like we could probably tell it's not Emily's back just looking at the photo. Yeah, I would say so too, but I don't know. Never know. They should investigate this card a little closer. And the whole point is just to compare it to the photo and you just didn't. Well, you gotta keep this in mind. York's an idiot. So, from that perspective, it kind of makes sense for him not to do what he's like supposed to do. Oh well. Do I want to save? I do. I do. Classic Twin Peaks style of investigation. Ain't it though? Ain't it just? But regrettably, friends, I fear that for tonight, I think we're done. Let me pause recording. See you later, YouTube. Keep it classy. Or not, I don't care. YouTube, whatever.